What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a blessed day today. Hope you've had a great morning so far and the day continues to be awesome. We're going to be taking a look at DC Multiverse's Bruce Wayne from the Batman collection. There's several reasons why I like this figure, and we're going to get into those. If you could do me a favor, go down, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notifications on. That way you stay up to date with all of the future videos. So as we're looking at the box here, you can see we got Bruce Wayne in there, and he kind of looks like a bad guy. He just kind of looks a little different. One of the things that I do like about him is that he will be able to be one of those like fill-in characters, somebody that you'll be able to just kind of put in the background, kind of just like a placeholder, space filler, you know, something to just kind of fill up a diorama. He kind of just looks like a normal pedestrian. Maybe, you know, it's cold outside, who knows. But as far as the box goes, we got a nice little window here. We can see Bruce Wayne. He comes with a backpack, a figure stand, and it looks like a collectible card. As we turn it to the side, it says Bruce Wayne, the Batman. And then on the back, we've got a really cool picture of Bruce Wayne on his motorcycle. I haven't seen the motorcycle yet. If I see the motorcycle in the stores, I'm definitely going to pick that up. I think that would be another cool accessory just to kind of add to a diorama or something like that. This sweet bike kind of sitting in the background. This side of the box just has a little window, says Bruce Wayne. Again, not much going on there. So then we get back to the front, and now it's time to go ahead and get him pulled out so we can actually take a closer look. I really should start pulling these guys out from the bottom. I've been pulling the Masterverses out from the bottom. I should probably start pulling the DCs out from the bottom too. I don't know that it would make a difference or hurt anything to do that. So as you get him pulled out of that first box, you can see here he is in the plastic prison. And when we take that out of the way, you can see he's got his little figure stand and a card here. It says Bruce Wayne, the Batman. We will get both of these things pulled out here in just a second. We'll take a closer look at the card. That way you can see the little blurb on the back. The background of the boxing is standard to what we've seen for most DC characters. You've just kind of got these comic books scattered about in the back. As far as Bruce Wayne goes, it looks like the only bands holding him in are these ones right here. Thank you, Todd McFarlane, for not going crazy on these bands. Let's get him pulled out, and he's got this really cool accessory, also known as a backpack. We'll set that down there as well. Go ahead and get this set off to the side. And here we have him, Bruce Wayne, the Batman, without the Batman costume. So let's see if we can get him to stand up real quick. Looked like he was going to do it. Now let's take a quick look at this backpack. So this is soft. They do feel a little bit stretchy. I'd say don't pull on them too much or else they're probably going to break. But this is soft. I don't really even know how to describe it. It almost feels hollow, or like there maybe is some foam or something in the center of that backpack. It looks like maybe this piece came off here and they filled it full of something and then just glued it. But I really like that. Nice detail, nice mold. They did a really good job sculpting the backpack. And I like that it's removable and it's not something that's just permanently stuck on Bruce there. So as we get that set off to the side, our first impressions are good. I like this guy. He looks good. He looks good as the Batman's version of Bruce Wayne. They did a good job representing his character, but he's also going to work for me as, like I said, a background character, you know, from the back, just different ways. He just looks like a guy standing in the street, kind of. What's going on here? Oh, they kind of molded the bottom of his shirt into his groin. That's kind of funny. I thought that maybe that would lift up or something. It doesn't look like his jacket's going to come off either, even though I think it is a separate piece. Looks like all of this is a separate piece here, but it does not appear to be removable, so we're not going to mess with that too much. Now we can really get into the articulation. So he can... Ooh, that's a stiff head. And I always remember my first DC character was a Superman, and I went to do this and his head snapped right off. So I've been leery of the DC figures ever since then. You kind of have to be easy with them. Sometimes you need to warm them up. So he can turn to the left a little also, but again, it's a really stiff joint. As I'm working it, it seems to be breaking in a little more. He looks down to about there, and he can look up, say about that high. Not too bad. You got a line to the sky. As far as his arms, it will rotate all the way around. They will go out and up. He does have a single jointed elbow, it looks like here. We're used to a double jointed elbow, but I think because of the big bulky coat and everything, maybe they decided to go this other route. This elbow is also very stiff. I don't know if you can see me trying to work it there. This one on this arm feels a lot better, so I think that maybe once we get this bad boy broke in a little bit more, he'll get a little bit looser. We might actually have to dunk him in some water. It just depends on how we're going to articulate him. I can feel a diaphragm cut right in here, so he does have that, the ability to kind of move back and forth, but his coat is going to hinder that somewhat. As far as his legs go, he does a pretty good split. I'd say that's almost completely horizontal. As far as his hip swivel, he's got that hip swivel. He can do a little bit of the thigh torquing. He does have a thigh cut here, which allows you to spin rotate his thigh any way you need to get that in position for posing purposes. He has a single jointed knee, again different. We're used to seeing a double jointed knee, and we're going to try the right side again. All right, that doesn't seem to be nearly as stiff. Now the left side's stiff. That's hilarious. Okay, there we go. So we just got to work these in, and it seems like the more you adjust them, move them about, the better that they get at moving. So they just need broken a little. As far as the feet, it looks like he's wearing some black boots, maybe boot shoes, because we can see a little ankle up in there, but they will rock back and forth. They will point down and they will point up a bit, but not much. You can see that pants is getting in the way. And then he does have the pivot point on the toe, so you can articulate the toe just depending on how you want to pose him. So there is a Bruce Wayne. Get him stood up real quick. Now, we will go ahead and get him on his figure stand, put his backpack on, because I have a feeling, yeah, he's already wanting to fall backwards a little bit. And once he has the extra weight of that backpack, it's probably going to want to tip him back even more. So, even more of a reason to pop out the figure stand. Give me just a second, and we'll be right back. So there he is, all set up on his figure stand with his backpack on. The figure stand does a really good job of holding him in place. We'll spin him around a little just so you can kind of see what he looks like from all angles with that backpack on. It does fit really nice. I put it over one arm, bent one arm backwards, and then slipped it over that arm. It went right on. It looks like it's doing a pretty good job staying up there. Just keep that shoulder up on, or that strap up on the shoulder there. But as you can see, that backpack fits him real nice. Looks good. I like that it's brown, so it stands out with the black and gray that's on the character. So let's go ahead and set him. There, it's a little bit flatter. And we will take a quick look at his card. So on the front, it says Bruce Wayne, the Batman. It's kind of dark and hard to see. I'll flip it around, and I will try to zoom in as good as I can on this. Real name, Bruce Wayne. In the guise of the Drifter, Bruce Wayne is able to infiltrate the crowds of Gotham City at ground level without revealing his true identity. So pretty simple, pretty easy, one little sentence there. We do like to keep the cards in good shape though. You can pick these card protectors up at Walmart, Target, comic book stores. Lots of different places sell these, and they're normally really cheap, and they come with a lot of them. So I just went ahead and bought a whole stack, and we've been putting the DC cards in there, and I feel like that works out really nice just to keep the card protected. You don't get any bends, tears, dog ears, spills, stains, nothing like that. It just stays good right in the case, and I feel like that's a pretty good cheap idea. Unless you don't care about the card and you just want to throw it away, then by all means toss it. But I like to save mine. I got me a nice little stack of these now, and plenty more cases for plenty more figures. Selina Kyle, also known as Batwoman, is the only other figure that I currently have from the Batman series. I don't have any of the other figures just yet. I really do want to get a hold of the Penguin and just basically the rest of the line, just to go ahead and finish this line out. I like it. I think they did a really good job on the sculpts, the outfits. It's dark and gritty, so I'm not a huge fanboy. I still prefer Michael Keaton, but I feel like Robert Pattinson completely surprised me in his role as Batman. I just wasn't expecting that after the sparkly, twinkly vampire that he was last known to play, at least last known by me to play. So I was really thrown for a loop when they chose him as Batman, but then once I actually got eyes on it, I see why they made the choice that they did. But as far as scaling goes, as you can see, these guys scale really well. Let's go ahead and get his face turned back around front ways. These guys scale really good together. They look really good together. You can see how he is a pretty big character. He does have a lot of padding in his jacket, and he has like some cargo pants, maybe got some 511s on. You never know, but really good looking character. I think he's going to work well for serving multiple purposes as a filler, as playing Bruce Wayne. Once I get the Bat Cycle, I'll probably post him right up on that, just because I think that'd be a good way to display him as well. I just have to track that bad boy down. I prefer to be a toy hunt shopper. I prefer to find my stuff in the wild more than find it online. I feel like that adds a little bit of excitement and fun to it versus just getting on the internet and clicking a button. I do understand that that gets you stuff a little bit faster, and you can get some stuff that's not been released to the public yet. I'm having some trouble with that with my Turtles of Grayskull over here on the side, trying to find the newest waves, because I'd like to get the videos out to you guys as soon as possible, so whoever wants to see them can, but I enjoy the hunt, so finding them on the shelves is almost as important as like having them. But when I'm trying to track down certain things, like the Bat Cycle, I might just have to go online, just because it is an older item, and to find it in the store is probably going to be pretty difficult. I haven't seen it so far in all of my trips, so might have to try to find that online again. So you guys have a good day. God bless you. Don't forget to tell someone you love them. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one.